Hey guys, and happy Monday. I hope your weekend went well. Maybe get out and get some local honey or some of that stuff from the Harvest Hoedown. We had a little bit of a tragedy over the weekend at our house. My cousin got killed in a accident over on PD Road, and so we've been dealing with that, and that was a big talk around Aner Saturday morning. And then this morning I was supposed to start off at the beach before coming over here and filming this, but all of that traffic's backed up, so it's sort of been heavy on my heart to say, it's not every traffic accident has anything to do criminally. It may be civil. Some of them do. The main thing is you cannot drink and drive, because even if it didn't cause the accident, it's still going to put you in a boatload of trouble. Not that any of these had anything to do with drinking, but if you think about it, what would have been just a straight accident causes people time to say, hey, is this felony DUI? Is this something else? And it may take a while to get to the bottom of that and figure it all out. Sort of what I was thinking about earlier is our habits were formed years and years and years ago. Well, I've always driven on that road on a golf cart, or I've always, it's a country road. I've always used four-wheeler on this road. And that is a true statement. But what is also true is when you were doing that, we were a county of about 140,000 people. And now we're a county of about 400,000 people. And that, in my estimate, is about tripling since the 90s in population. So whether you're in Aner or Myrtle Beach or anywhere else, there's a lot more traffic on the road, a lot more traffic at night. Maybe it's not standstill, but there's very few times anymore that you can go a distance on the road and not see another vehicle. And we used to could do that all the time. That probably don't happen that often anymore. And accidents happen, and not necessarily that people are driving faster, but people are probably paying a little less attention. And even if you were paying attention, you still don't expect to see, people walking on the road, or people on a bicycle on the road, or a golf cart, or a four-wheeler on the road, or tractor, or any of those things. So you got to be just deathly careful. Maybe if you're on a dirt road, it might be a little bit safer, but there's very few of those left anymore. And whether the vehicle has got lights or no lights, it does matter. It really does. But something in our human brain expects to see headlights at a certain height in the road, and there's studies on it, but it's a type of blindness that just your brain doesn't pick up, a reflector or whatever. So we are right around the corner from Halloween. There's going to be kids walking on the roads, not paying attention, jumping out and running, from one house to the other. You've got to be careful. Tonight, school's back in session. Not just high schools, but colleges, Horry Georgetown and Coastal, with kids, a lot more in certain areas running around, and of course high schools and middle schools and grammar schools on every corner. So you just got to slow down. I thought it was a great thing that we passed the law, and we're still sort of in that infancy stage of hand-free devices, but back again in the 90s, you didn't have these phones tempting you, not just with calls, but also music or any of that, anything that causes you to look down, you can make up a lot of ground going 55 miles an hour in 2 seconds. And 2 seconds is that amount of time, real quick. And then whether you're at fault or not at fault, or criminally liable or civilly liable, it really pales in comparison with having the idea of somebody's got hurt. And maybe I didn't do bad enough to get a ticket, or I didn't do bad enough to get locked up, but I still got to live with that, because nobody wants to hurt anybody. Nobody wants to be involved in that. It's just it's a warning to, it's a warning for me, it's a warning for everybody. Just slow down. This morning didn't have anything to do with an accident. It appears that an area of Conway was, there was a fire near the roadway, and it cut off Highway 905. And y'all, it was like Armageddon. 501, 319, everything backed up. But it's because we've probably got enough roads for now with the growth, but let one of them go out, and then it's just like boom, it explodes. And you don't expect us to come up on traffic off of 905 around Langston Church. It usually flows right on through. You're going to see backups at spots that you didn't generally see backups. So it's you can be in trouble before you ever know it. Anyway, drive careful, look out for your fellow man, and have a great week.